Ballance dominates with 100 after Somerset put Yorkshire in. Championship leaders Somerset lose Gregory and Leach to the Lions, while hosts Yorkshire are also missing a key man as Code is out with injury and has been replaced by young seamer Josh Shaw. For the visitors, Craig Overton comes in to partner brother Jamie, and ex-Yorkshire favourite Jack Brooks also comes in for Somerset. Yorkshire made a solid start in the face of some probing bowling from the Somerset opening bowlers. But Lyth and Frayne gradually grew in confidence as the boundaries began to arrive. Lyth greeted Jamie Overton's introduction to the attack with back-to-back boundaries, before bringing up the 50 by depositing him over the mid-wicket fence in the bowler's next over. And Frayne got in on the act with a maximum of his own off Bess, but the opener gave it away not long before lunch as he looked to put away a leg stump half volley from Brooks, but only succeeded in picking out Bess at mid-wicket. And on the cusp of lunch, Lyth was also dismissed in loose fashion as he slapped a Bess long hop into the hands of Abel at mid-off. That meant honours were just about even at the lunch break, with Yorkshire 83 for 2 after both the openers had given their wickets away. The new Yorkshire pair of Ballance and Kohler-Cadmore applied themselves well after the loss of wickets before lunch and found the fence on a number of occasions to take their side past the 100 mark. The pitch seemed an excellent one for batting as the afternoon session wore on, with Somerset looking like they made a mistake in opting to bowl as the runs began to come thick and fast for the Yorkshire batsmen. They'd moved past the 50 partnership and were finding the boundary at will, with Somerset not able to stem the flow of runs. Both batsmen were on the verge of their half-centuries when the tea break arrived, with Yorkshire looking very much in control at 181 for 2, having added 98 runs without loss during the session. Ballance reached his 50 first with a 4 off Bess before Kohler-Cadmore got there in the next over. And another boundary for Ballance off Bess took Yorkshire beyond 200. The batsmen were in complete control and the boundaries began to come up very quickly. Ballance sent Craig Overton to the rope twice in an over before repeating the trick in the next off Brooks as he moved to 90 in no time at all. A century was looking inevitable for the imperious Ballance, and he duly reached the milestone with 2 more boundaries off Brooks as the Somerset bowlers struggled. But Ballance wasn't able to reach the close as Groenewald made the crucial breakthrough for the championship leaders, having Ballance caught at slip by Jamie Overton to break the 199 run stand. Josh Shaw came out to join Kohler-Cadmore as night watchman, and they saw their side to the close without alarm. A promising first day for Yorkshire ends with them 283 for 3 and Kohler-Cadmore 77 not out. He'll hope to reach 3 figures in the morning to help Yorkshire move towards 400. Yorkshire dominate with both bat and ball on day 2. Gary Ballance registered his 5th Championship 100 of the season as Yorkshire dominated with the bat after being put in by Championship leaders Somerset at Headingley. Kohler-Cadmore will look to reach his own century on day 2 as Yorkshire resume on 282 for 3. Kohler-Cadmore went on the attack as the morning began, but the night watchman Shaw was on his way when Groenewald sent his off-stump flying. 2 more boundaries in the following over off Craig Overton took Kohler-Cadmore to a deserved century. But the Centurion lasted just 2 more balls before the Overton twins combined to remove him, with Jamie taking the catch off Craig at second slip. Harry Brook went on the attack in response, but Jack Brooks got one to rear off the pitch and Tattersall gloved one to Jamie Overton. Harry Brook and new batsman Fisher continued to pepper the boundary, and Brook reached his 50 with another one off Jamie Overton just before the end of the session. Lunch arrived with Yorkshire 386 for 6 at the end of an even session, but the hosts will be much the happier with the state of the game. Brook and Fisher took their side past 400 not long after lunch, but Fisher had to go when Bess had him caught by short leg. Brook and new batsman Maharaj went on the attack and began to advance the score at a rate of knots as they threatened the boundary regularly. Both batsmen were motoring at a run a ball as Maharaj hammered Bess for a maximum. And the South African spinner backed up his 85 last time out with a 50 off 64 balls, with Yorkshire in complete control. before further boundaries took Yorkshire beyond 500 and brought up the 100 partnership for the pair. But Maharaj went for one big shot too many as he was caught at long on by Jamie Overton off Bess. And the off-spinner struck again in his next over when Patterson edged him behind to Davies. Brook was in danger of running out of partners, but he became the third Yorkshire batsman of the innings to reach three figures, getting there off 127 balls just before tea. Brook went for it immediately after reaching his milestone, but he was caught on the long off boundary by Ali off Abel to leave Yorkshire 520 all out and bring about tea. County Championship leaders Somerset made a poor start as they tried to save the game when Abel nicked Fisher to Brook at third slip early in the reply. James Hildreth responded with three boundaries in quick succession. But Ali had to go when he edged Olafia to Lythe at slip to leave Somerset 2 down and in trouble. Banton sent Patterson to the fence early in his innings, but he too was on his way soon after to deepen Somerset's trouble when Maharaj had him caught behind. Hildreth hit back again with 2 more 4s off Olafia, but Bartlett came and went when he chipped Olafia to Patterson at mid-on. The experienced Hildreth dug in to see his side to stumps at 76 for 4, but they have a lot of work to do on day 3 if they're going to save the game. Somerset forced to follow on as Yorkshire continued to dominate at Headingley. Brook and Kohler-Cadmore both completed hundreds for Yorkshire on day 2 as the hosts ran up an imposing total of 520 before putting championship leaders Somerset under pressure with the ball late in the day to leave them struggling at 76 for 4 and still a massive 444 runs in arrears. James Hildreth had stood firm while the chaos reigned about him last night, but he fell early in the morning when he failed to pick a Maharaj top spinner and fell LBW. Before the Somerset spinner became the second batsman of the morning to be trapped LBW by Maharaj. And things went from bad to worse for the championship leaders when Craig Overton was bowled for Maharaj and Yorkshire's third of the morning. Davies was joined by Jamie Overton and Somerset were finally able to put together a partnership with both batsmen finding the boundary before Overton clattered Maharaj for a maximum in consecutive overs. But the stand was ended on 35 when Maharaj had Davies caught at slip to complete his fifer. Overton hit back with more boundaries in company with new partner Groneveld, and they saw Somerset to the safety of the lunch interval at 164 for 8, but with the follow-on target still over 200 runs away. But when Groneveld tried to join in the fun, he was pinned in front by Maharaj to leave Somerset 9 down. And after a couple more boundaries, Maharaj struck again to have Brooks caught by Kohler-Cadmore to complete figures of 7 for 52 and leave Overton stranded on 52. 196 all out for Somerset meant a lead on first innings of 324 for Yorkshire, and the championship leaders were duly asked to follow on. The Somerset openers made a much better fist of things in their second attempt as 13 came up off the third over of the innings, bowled by Fisher. And the boundaries kept coming for the pair as they took advantage of some aggressive field placings and the score advanced at a decent rate. Abel took the score past 50 by sending 3 consecutive short deliveries to the fence. More 4s for Ali took Somerset to tea on 79 without loss as the batsmen continued to battle. The Somerset openers settled in again after tea, but they had added only 10 before Ali fell LBW to Fisher. But it turned into a double blow for Yorkshire in the next over when Hildreth picked out mid-off off Maharaj. And things would get even better for the hosts when Abel edged Fisher behind to Tattersall. But Banton broke the shackles in stunning style when he flayed Olafia to the rope 4 times in an over as he moved to 41 from 37 balls. Maharaj hit back to end Bartlett's vigil on 5 from 43 balls when he was caught by Lythe at slip. But Banton remained to take his side past 150 and to the close at 159 for 4. They'll need a further 165 runs on the final day to make Yorkshire bat again, while the hosts will push for the 6 wickets they need to claim a superb win. Patterson takes 4 on final morning to complete victory for Yorkshire. County Championship leaders Somerset face a damaging defeat on the final day against Yorkshire as they were forced to follow on day 3. Kesh and Maharaj did the damage for the hosts as Somerset fell to 196 all out in reply to Yorkshire's mammoth 520. And after reaching 89 without loss in the follow-on, Somerset collapsed to 159 for 4 by the close of play, still trailing by 165. Matt Fisher provided Yorkshire with just the start he will have wanted as he responded to 2 Grunewald edges down to third man by having the night watchman caught by Frayne at point. Patterson accounted for Banton with a beauty that nipped back to bowl him through the gate. And then struck again in his next over to bowl Bess in similar fashion as Yorkshire closed in on victory. Davies responded by sending Patterson to the fence twice in his following over before Craig Overton joined in by smashing Maharaj for 6. But Patterson claimed his 3rd scalp of the morning when Davies was through his shot early and looped a catch to Olivier at mid-off. Jamie Overton came out to join his brother and both started to have a swing. But the South African completed his 10th in his next over when he pinned Jamie Overton with a straight one to leave Somerset on the brink. Craig Overton kept swinging to take his side past 250 before he too was pinned in front by Patterson to leave Somerset 251 all out and complete a win by an innings and 73 runs for Yorkshire. A damaging defeat for Somerset, with Essex set to complete a victory over Warwickshire that will take them into top spot.